Ultimate Frisbee has a serious problem that no one seems to talk about. It's something that I've noticed in every tournament that I've played in since joining Ultimate Frisbee my freshman year of college, and I'm only in my second year. It's something that I've noticed in pretty much every single Frisbee-centric piece of media that I've consumed throughout the years. And it is something that realistically I think can be fixed. And that problem is, why don't minorities play Ultimate Frisbee? In this video, I intend to answer why and how we can change the culture of Ultimate Frisbee as a whole. Now, here is why I think Frisbee has potential for mass appeal. First off, it's really cheap to pick up the sport. Discs are about $12 on Amazon, and the only other equipment you need for Frisbee is either soccer or football cleats, which many people already have from playing one of those sports. And the last thing you need for Ultimate Frisbee is just either a grass or a turf field to play on. Ultimate Frisbee is a team sport with gameplay combining elements of soccer, football, and even basketball. And Frisbee is more positionless than other sports compared to basketball, where you have to be really tall to be really good. But in Frisbee, you can pretty much be any size and be good. Frisbee is a very athletic sport. And lastly, why I think Frisbee has mass appeal is because of the highlights. Highlights show a great amount of amazing throws and catches similar to football. You know, you can moss someone, you can do a celebration in the end zone, get a defensive highlight, swat that disc away. Spectacular diving bids to get that disc. And here are some factors why minorities such as Black or Latino Americans are rare in Frisbee. First off is access and exposure. Frisbee is not really introduced in schools with predominantly Black and Latino populations. Those schools tend to prioritize traditional sports such as football, basketball, and soccer, leaving not much room for sports such as Ultimate Frisbee. Secondly is socioeconomic barriers. While other team sports that are considered white are such as hockey, lacrosse, volleyball, those are all more expensive on a basic level to play than Frisbee. But the barrier is within gaining access to competition. Club Frisbee teams cost a lot of money to play, and tournament fees, uniform costs, traveling to tournaments because there are less Frisbee tournaments, you might have to travel further. This can create obstacles for lower income families, which does affect minorities in trying to get them into Frisbee competitions. And in terms of club and college recruitment, many popular Frisbee programs and teams and students must attend institutions where Frisbee is already popular, and most of those schools that have those premier Frisbee programs are predominantly white institutions. And for example, I go to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, where we have one of the best Frisbee programs in the nation, but we are also a PWI, and I believe there are no Black students on either the men's or the women's Frisbee teams, at least that I know. I've talked to a few of the slow core guys, and they like to recruit people that have never played the sport of Ultimate Frisbee, which is crazy, but which proves that anyone can pick up Ultimate Frisbee at whatever age and still be a competitive player. And if Slowcore just gets a couple more guys of color on their team, I think the diversity will actually make them stronger. Number 4 is the cultural history of the game. Ultimate originated in New Jersey, became popular across white neighborhoods, and ever since, Ultimate has been stereotyped as a white hippie sport or a prep school sport, which discourages people from other walks of life from playing. Seeing the demographics of who plays Frisbee can be scary for people who are learning about the sport for the first time. Frisbee is dominated by white college-educated players, and as someone who started playing Frisbee and going to tournaments less than 2 years ago, I felt that even though I am half white and half Asian, I am the primary demographic of Ultimate Frisbee. But when you feel like you don't fit in, it definitely discourages you from joining a team and let alone pursuing the sport as a whole. And lastly is the lack of representation in high-level Ultimate Frisbee, and which is a result of all of these factors. There's not a lot of representation with people of color in Frisbee. It is incredibly important that everyone is represented because people see themselves in the people that they idolize. The presence of role models that look like you in every medium is important because it creates a sense of possibility. So, how do we fix this problem? We need to increase exposure to youth in Black and Latino neighborhoods. We need to find ways to introduce Ultimate to PE programs, build partnerships with school districts to establish and institutionalize Frisbee as an official and viable sport. Financial support and accessibility, subsidized tournaments and league fees for lower income players through sponsorships and grants. And also representation, highlighting Black and Latino players on social media that play Frisbee and promote diversity and visibility. Again, kids need to see people like them excelling at Frisbee in order to see themselves excelling in Frisbee as well. Encouraging diversity within club and professional teams is also a big one. There has been really big news that just came out very recently. Former NFL receiver Rodney Adams just signed with the Colorado Summit, a team that is from the UFA. The UFA is currently the most popular professional Frisbee league in America. Adams only played one NFL game and has been on practice squads throughout his career. But this could be huge for the sport because it may draw attention to other NFL players to try the sport if Adams excels at Ultimate Frisbee. Adams shows a new and respectful competitiveness and willingness to adapt to Frisbee that could really grow the culture of the sport. It could help establish a new culture where it's encouraged to have many players of different backgrounds on the field. It may lead the way for someone more famous to take on Ultimate as well, which is why having Rodney Adams sign with the Colorado Summit is an important milestone in Ultimate Frisbee. There have been other players with not as high a caliber as Adams that have tried to sign with Ultimate Frisbee teams, but none of them have really worked out. We have yet to see how Rodney Adams will pan out for Colorado, and we'll see this summer. But I am really excited for this, and I really hope that it does provide more visibility for Frisbee and people of color. I hope this video provided some insight on why Frisbee is the way it is and how we can change that. As someone who is still new to Frisbee, I want to be able to show the sport to anyone without the stigma of it being, a white sport. And although some may disagree, I don't want the game to be just a silly niche sport that only a private club of people can enjoy. I think Ultimate has the potential to be regarded as a serious sport and something that anyone can play daily. All you need is a pair of cleats, a $10 disc, and a patch of grass. So all I want is for the community to just be more inclusive and try to get more people of other cultures to play Ultimate. Thank you for watching this video.